Righto. Welcome everyone to our June meeting. Apologies, Stu. No one accept that. Where do they accept the thanks, mate? Second.
Yep.
All in favour? Public forum? No one? Condolences, Stuart Hawkins and Margie Davis. I'll ask everyone to outstanding comment. Confirmation of the last board meeting's minutes. Taking it for there.
Yeah, thank you.
Me, thank you. All in favour? First of all, read your declarations of interest and everything, and we'll find all that. Grant budget recommendation for the long-term plan. Rebecca.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Sorry, I cannot be there in person today. Am I ready to start, Sarah?
Yeah, we just can't see you. If you've got your camera on.
Yeah, I've got my camera on. I'm down in the little, you know, the little boxes that you see, not the big
Yeah, I know that.
boxes.
My screen.
Oh, you just have to imagine me looking beautiful.
You want to start and we'll try and get you on screen.
Yeah. So
Thanks,
this
Rebecca.
paper is to recommend to council the grant budget for the Maniototo Community Board grants for the community grants and promotion and event grants for the inclusion in the 2737 long-term plan. In the paper, staff have recommended 6,895 for the community grants and 5,100 and, oh, is that 46? 46 in the promotions and events grants. In the previous years, I've had a wee look in the spreadsheet for the last 4 years. So in community events, and I've taken away the museum grant because so that we're comparing like for like. 23-24 it was 4,000, 24-25 it was 4,000, 25-26 it was 8,430, and in so far for 26-27 you've committed 4,000. For promotions in 23-24 you spent 5, and 24-25 you spent 1,437, and 25-26 you spent 7,200, and then in 26-27 you've committed 3. So the rating impact on average across all rating units for grants is $7.34 for both, or $4.20 for the community grants and $3.14 for promotions and events. Now selecting a grant amount is a little bit of future fortune telling, because you're not sure what projects are going, but it was great to see that last round oversubscribed, but it is not something that happens regularly. However, if the board wanted to consider an increase into the community grants to say $7,500, that would mean that rating impact would be from $7.34 to $7.71, which is a 37-cent increase. And that's really all I've got to say. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Sorry, I'm a bit new to it. Is that a flat $7 on every rate bar?
That's an average across all rating units. So it's
average.
Yeah. It's not, because the rating, it's, how complex the rating system is. So it's just the number of rating units in the district, which is 1,640. So it's the amount divided by that.
Yep. Yes. And on those years where we don't spend what we're going to allocate, does that roll? Yep. What happens to that money?
It goes into a specific grant. Oh, there I am. It goes into a specific reserve budget, and so it's a for grants budget, so it can only be spent for grants.
So we're sitting on a reserve now, are we? That's the case.
Not a huge one, I don't think.
Right,
I-
okay.
I might be able to see.
In a previous round, you did.
We
recommend
did.
the council to use some of the reserves. Yeah.
Yeah,
We did just the
Yeah.
last round. I will have that figure. If you
Yeah.
give me 2 ticks, I'll be able to find it.
Was I, this is the first year I've had the allocated one, so it must have reserved from other years.
From memory, it was about 6K, but I'm just looking that up.
Yeah, that's good. Cool.
It was the last council meeting, so that's May. Maniototo. Sorry, it's just taking a minute to open on the. There we go. So you had. Come on. You had $6,364 in that grants in the community grants reserve, and you used 2,500. So that's and nearly 4,000 you got left.
This ain't quite recent, this, on there, for these grants, last sort of 4 or 5 years or something. It's only been going on for 20 years, hasn't it? Yes.
What was that
Oh, right.
question?
Yeah, these are different from the other ones. Community.
Yeah. No, I'm trusting.
Was how long have we had these grants for?
Ah, for as long as I've been here.
Oh, no. That's cool. Reserves on a quick document. No, that's cool. That's cool. No more question.
I think, given your last round, that there might be scope for a small increase.
I think, yeah, with the push of different organisations to apply and the knowledge of how to and what they can and things are getting more expensive, so maybe they'll apply for more. So I think I agree. We need to go for a wee increase. And what a great problem we'll have if we,
That's good stuff.
you know, use it all every year or every, you know, that's awesome if we.
Yeah.
Have more people applying than what we can give their full amount to. That's a great problem to have.
Questions?
But do you think that 7.5 figure up from the recommendation, which is 6,895?
Where does it have that recommendation?
So the recommendation in the report is 6,895. I've
Yeah.
done the maths for you on 7.5 as a best guess of where you probably might sit.
Oh, 7.5 isn't in here though.
No, it's not in
No,
there.
that's
I'm
Oh, that's
verbally
Oh, yeah.
recommending.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's, yeah, I was trying to find the recommendation. I was like, I can't see 7.5.
No, I've just said it verbally and did the maths
Right.
on it in
Yeah.
my preparation.
Yeah, 7.5
Yeah.
would be. That's how I feel, you know.
I agree.
Yep.
It's only like $600 more anyway.
It's just a teaser, really,
Yeah.
and we can adjust again. So Sarah, if you're just able to, yeah, thank you.
Maybe that's a 7.5, and then like the promotion and events will remain the same as in the agenda.
Can we sneak that promotions up on as well?
You've overspent it once last
yeah.
year, to 7.2. This year you have already committed $3,000 out of the 26-27 financial year. It's the appetite for running events in the Maniototo is, but in saying that, we're about to kick off in earnest the community plan, so that might generate some interest.
Just I know events are getting more expensive to run, that's all.
Yeah.
And you saw, we talked about in our strategic as being trying to increase our promotions for the area, but it's just my
What sort of figure do you think?
chuck up 6, making a nice round number.
I can.
Well, that'll add another 25 cents to the rate.
About that, I'll do the maths. I've got my trusty calculator. So 6,000 plus 7,500 equals divided by 1,640 equals. So that would make grants is $8.23 on average across the ratepayer, compared to it currently sits at $7.34, so less than $1 per ratepayer increase on average rating unit.
Remember that last time there's that Naseby water race, what it bought into Naseby line. And like it's
People don't like
because of the hard when you give away money, you don't see back. The community gets it
timber.
and a run it. Yeah, another one.
Yeah, they just got some last time, didn't they?
I think, Sarah, are they settling on 6?
And
Oh, you're real heavy on that? I'll recommend that. You have to do that. I'll recommend that be adopted. Second. On vote.
Right.
Thank you, team. And sorry, just before I move on, Ranfurly Community Plan, we're about to kick off in earnest. So I'll be reaching out to you guys to help spread the word about getting people to do the first stage, which is the survey. So probably late July, we'll be doing that. So watch this space.
Yeah, the business group, we were talking about that last night too, so they're
Fantastic.
pretty keen to get on with something, yeah.
Yeah.
They seem to
I'm looking
stress that
forward to it.
they would have to push it rather than.
Yeah, I'll be
Absolutely.
coming to all the little groups I can find to talk about and get people to participate.
Very good.
Thanks, team.
Thank you for that. Cheers. What? Poultry and bees in urban areas, boil.
Got Alex online.
Oh,
Thank you. I do. Hi, from 2 rows over from Rebecca. Good to see you all. I just wanted to check in with you all on the poultry and bees in urban areas bylaw. Mostly I'm looking for unintended consequences to the Maniototo area from this one. So I've emailed you around the areas it would impact. This bylaw has come about due to issues that we have in largely Cromwell and a little bit in Vincent, where as areas have grown and become more developed, we've got some chickens and roosters on properties that are no longer really suitable, that are creating noise and nuisance issues for the neighbours. So we've had a request from the enforcement team to pull the provisions out from our old general bylaw that impacted on chickens, roosters and bees and get them back into force. This is the most light touch version of that than we could come up with. And my 2 primary questions for you, although I'm open to all feedback, is the first is to make sure that I haven't created an issue in the Maniototo where you don't have one and that it's hitting about the right level. And then the second is for the overall bylaw itself. The number of chickens in it is rather arbitrary. When I looked around, there are examples of 6, 8 and 12, but I couldn't really find good reasons why to go with one number over the others. So while I'm with the rural board, I thought I'd check in with you all if you did feel there was a need to focus on the number or if taking a greater concentration on the impact is better, and any other feedback you have for me. Thank you.
Worry about dogs around the town and chickens.
And it's why there is no chickens.
What problem sorts out the other.
Yeah.
I'll write that
You're
into
right,
the
yeah.
dog bylaw for you all.
Yeah. It seems fine to me, but
Yeah, I can't see
I
a
don't
problem.
know the nice, so I don't.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you all very much.
Do you know of?
Sorry.
Are there many people that you know of who have chickens and bees and all of that in their backyard?
Chickens, yes. Bees.
These are surprising.
No,
No.
couple of hives next to us.
Does it?
Yeah. You're allowed to take.
Yeah.
There's
Still.
trucks at home, but the house is on rural residential and the trucks are actually on rural. The neighbours.
I was quite intentional where what zoning I used to try to keep all rural areas out of it. Just because this is my only chance I have to check in with farmers, do any of you have thoughts on 6 versus 12 chickens in an urban area?
Like 6 plenty.
6 would be plenty.
6 Just get us.
It's roosters probably that are the.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
such
such
a
a
loud
smell. Oh, yeah, like if you're a neighbour, you're pretty dirty.
Is that good on Main Street?
Thank you. That's good feedback. I'll
Keep them
take it
open
out.
promotions.
We'll
What,
consult on 6 and let the public talk us up if they need to.
Yeah.
I don't think so you need to anymore in town.
And not in
It's starting to get into the realms of making a bloody mess then.
Yes, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there one I did wonder, is there a standard size to a beehive? When we say no more than 2 hives? What is that?
There isn't a standard size. I've pulled that from the last bylaw, and all we're really looking to do there, to be completely honest with you, is give ourselves the scope to remove them if there's a neighbour with allergies. We don't currently have any issue with bees, so we left it a light touch and went with 2 hives as the average we found in other bylaws and our old approach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bees can travel 3 k's.
Yeah.
Flowers, so.
Yeah.
Hive, so. It could be hives, 2 k's out of range, so it's.
I think we got surprised to get hives and section of down.
Yeah.
It's always been one.
Heading over to Cook Islands in a couple of months, you couldn't get the rooster thing in over there, could you? Every morning, never fail.
I'll try my best for you.
Okay, so we don't have to recommend anything for that. Just receive the report.
Received and noted.
Thank
I'll
you so
recommend
much.
receive the notice of that. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Seconded.
Oh, second for that. Receiving that. No? Yeah, I mean, all fine.
Right.
Yeah. Done.
Good report, right. First thing that I wanted to touch on is our rates review, which will be coming out in the coming months. We talked about it in a meeting last week, a very short meeting, and then it'll come back to council to say what the consultation document looks like. But basically, the rates review is covering off how we rate properties, not what we rate properties. So how we split the rates pie, acknowledging that we just take from rates what we need to run the business. There are a couple of different models going to go out to public consultation, and some will be more contentious than others. And I anticipate it will generate quite a lot of interest, but I'll try and keep, I know Deb has put together a kind of 2-pager for elected members, and we'll put together some other information to come out to you guys as well, so that when people come to you to say, well, what does it mean for us? You've got all the background and all the details about why we're undertaking it. And what their opportunity is to have their say, and we will have the all-important calculator so people can see what it means specifically for them. But one of the possibilities is a differential on commercial rates, and the other one is looking at if we move to a rating system that's based on capital value. There are only 11 councils in New Zealand, I think, that don't currently use capital value as the basis for rating. They're one of those. So that is going to be interesting. Yep. We've had a number of council workshops working on the long-term plan for next year. That's going to look really different because it'll be our first long-term plan to come out without waters in it, because that will be moving to Southern Waters. It's also a bit of a challenge to put together a long-term plan if we are also putting forward any sort of proposal for amalgamation or anything like that. We've asked LG and Z are going to the government and saying, well, how does it work for auditing your long-term plan? Can the government please give a steer to the Auditor General to say how that will be treated by audit? What years 4 to 10 look like if you are presenting a proposal that is part of amalgamation? No word on that yet. We'll watch this space. I had a very enjoyable evening the other night at the Lions Club, being their guest speaker at the Bowls Club, which was great, really good turnout, even though it was quite cold outside. But no, it was great to catch up with them. Hopefully I didn't bore them too much talking about local government. I know not everybody is as excited as me. Regional deal is bubbling away, and hopefully we might get a little bit of face time with the minister next week if he can free up some time in his diary. But that's still ticking away. I anticipate that they would want to have something signed off with us if there was something to go ahead before they reach that kind of blackout time before the election. So that window is narrowing continually. I've had a few ministerial visits in the last wee while. We're definitely entering the election season because there are a couple more coming up as well. So we'll see what lollipops they might be handing out as they start putting forward their policy for heading into the next election in November. And then I just wanted to say a big congratulations to Maniototo Area School for being recognised on a national scale for their work in attendance and alternative pathways and Strive Awards that they have been undertaking for the year 10 is very cool. It's really neat to see, our rural area school definitely batting way out of the park when it comes to educating our kids. So no, neat to see them recognized.
So, yeah, me, is it? Probably.
Can we move down?
Oh, yeah, I'll move.
Yeah.
There's report be accepted, second.
Yep.
Vote. Right, there. Thank you. Me. Yeah, I just want to reiterate what said about the area schools excellence awards. It's just a pity we're going to lose the principal at some stage shortly, I think, aren't we?
Yeah.
I spoke farewell for the doctor a week or so ago. I hope I didn't embarrass the council too much with my speech, but I don't think I did. But it's sad to see him go, and I wish him all the best. We had a meeting with the business group. They invited me to it last night, so discussed a few things there which we talked about earlier on, but they seem to be fairly positive with the way things are going in the tourist side of things, and looking forward to getting ahead and doing things, and looking forward to putting a few things into the Randsville, what do we call it, Randsville, town thing. Got the right word for it. Can't think. The Lions had their crop competition awards a couple of weeks ago. That went very well. Finished, we're going to end up raising a bit over $100,000, which was a great effort, really. That'll get spread out between the helicopter and other health initiatives in the area. And for young people that want to go to any of the tertiary industries like institutions like Lincoln, Telford and Messing. And that's about me, really. I've been to a couple of bull sales and glad I didn't have to buy one. Everything seems to be going well in the rural area. I went to a race meeting last Saturday to watch Stu's horse race, but it got cancelled. It's from Timaru. So I'll leave you to guess what we did on the way home, and we ended up went around to farewell the local young guy that's leaving the area. So it was a good day and all, but not much good for the horse. So that's me. I'll recommend that report we received. We're going to play. Thank you. Members' reports. Fire off on that.
That looks pretty keen. He's had a haircut.
Thanks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I haven't got a lot. People have been leaving me alone, which is good. Been to a couple of send-offs, one for Glenn Scrutchley after 38 years in St John. That was in Naseby a few weeks ago. And then the following week went to Vern Smith's send-off down here after 36 years as a local GP. And we probably still haven't quite got rid of him because he's going to be coming back and doing the odd day as a locum. Went to winter feed crop competition. And as Harry said, it's we raised around 100,000, which is a bloody good effort for a small area. And congratulations to your school as well. And that's about me.
Yes, sir. Good. Yep, I was picking up where Doug left off. I'm a board member at the Metro Area School, and it's a lot of work's gone on and recognition that's been great actually. So they're up against Nelson Girls College with about 950 students. So two quite different schools. So yeah, Wednesday afternoon we'll know, 3:15. But yeah, it's great recognition for the work they've done there. There's no doubt about it. King's birthday, plenty of people around. I thought actually the area of Naseby, I'd go to Paterai, but Naseby and Ranfurly were busy. It's good. And then I've just got a note about, let's talk to someone about the bookings of the stadium, which is still frustrating people. That's been mentioned a couple of times in the past about the process for booking grounds and use of the stadium. Person that complained to me actually was sitting at the top table. So I know that's getting looked at though, isn't it? I think been reviewed, that booking system. That would be quite pleasing. And I see there's some new trees at Rugby Club, which is good. What are they, Gordon?
So they're aces, yeah, deciduous aces. And there's some pittosporums to come in the next week or so. The supply didn't all turn up at once, so they'll go in the next little couple of weeks.
Oh, nice. And what are those the stumps staying there?
Well, we're hoping the pittos will grow over them. It's a lot of money to pull out all those stumps, so they'll rot away and provide some mulch for the plants that are going to grow there.
Yeah, nice. The next thing was just wanted to just touch on Murray Kirk's passing. I know he's not living in Maniototo now, but he went to school here and he did a lot of work over the side. But obviously very sad, but the way the community got behind him, including this community, was pretty amazing in those last 6 months. But he'd be a big loss, Kirky. Obviously a lot of sport going on. There's Cockies Classic, there's been plenty of rugby, kids sport, and to date no curling, which is sad to some, but doesn't worry me a great deal. And I just want to talk about amalgamation. I don't like, it's a hard one because there is people that feel that the comms isn't good enough as around what's happening. I know you can't, there's not enough to actually say. I get it, but people do seem to feel that they're not getting told what's going on. But my argument is that it's so early in the piece. What do you say? Yeah, exactly. I'm just passing on. But there is, and quite a few guys concerned about the LRC leaving and where that leaves future development in their farming businesses and whether we go down a Environment Southland track or a ECAN track, or whether we stick to a sort of similar format to what we've got now, but particularly around water seems to be the concern. But yeah, so it's too early in the piece, 3 9 to 90. So it's me done.
Perfect. Yeah, again, just like the MAS, I think the community is pretty stoked to hear that they are in the top 3. You know, it's people are pretty proud of our school here, and I know the teachers and the staff and the board have done phenomenal effort to kind of get them up there. So it's going to be really cool to see if they take out the top, but even if not, it's just pretty cool that they've even made it to that. So that's really cool. Yeah, kids travel sport. It's mind blowing actually what people are doing around here to get the kids to sport. But I went up to the school on Sunday and watched little 5 and 6-year-olds play hockey, and there was teams from Alex and the tech that came over, and it was really cool to see all these wee kids running around up there. So there were kids falling over, and the turf looked really slippery. So it would be great when the turf is redone up there. The fence, I've had so many people comment on the fence that has been put up outside the gun area and down the main street there. It looks amazing. You guys have done a great job with that. So it's a really cool positive to see. It's something big that's finally happened, and yeah, lots of comments on that. So that's really cool. Ice rinks open. I think the tournament starts there today up at is it the Irwin Cup up there, and also the curling rink up there has got the mixed doubles national tournament. So Naseby's going to be humming this weekend, which is pretty cool. Question with Naseby and the trees and the council owned area that is it still cordoned off? Yeah, is that
I'll speak to that.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a portion that we have asked people not to go in there.
Yeah.
And it's as a result of when Earnslaw took their trees out, which is their right to do.
Yeah.
So it opened that. It's a small area. It's not the whole of the area. It opened those trees up to they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so there is signage up there. It's well marked, the signage.
Yeah.
And it will remain like that until we can. We've had a forestry report done and we've put money in the LTP, but we might try and bring that forward. So there's going to have to be some clear felling up there at some stage, but we're going to have to take the community along with us because that whole council tree block is really important to the community for aesthetic value. Yeah. So people still have access into the tree block apart from when the forestry is closed. We ask that people stay out of the council tree block as well, because the same reasons why the forestry is closed, because of high winds, fire risk, whatever danger, applies to that council tree block as well. And we try and put messages out on Facebook. So when the forestry is notified it's closed, we ask that people stay out of the council block as well.
It's the water race within that boundary, or can people still?
No, because the problem is if you exclude the water race, people can get onto it and drop down into that vulnerable area off the water race. Yeah. So it's closed. I think there's been people a little bit disgruntled because the maintenance of the water race people can get on there, but they're allowed to. They've got an easement over there. They've got 6 to 20 metres either side of the water race, and they have right to go in there whatever time they need to tend to the water race. Cool. It's only a short section. It's a very short section. They can still go down the Hogburn. They can still get into the forestry and come up and around and back down.
Yeah. I was just talking to somebody who there's a whole lot of bike tracks up the top that have been reinstated. So it's a matter of the access to get there.
So they might just have to use all the other bike tracks that are available. There are heaps of bike tracks available without having to go up, and it's a small area above the dam.
Yeah.
Sorry, where is that, Janice? Where exactly is it?
So you know where the curling rink is?
A little bit older.
Yeah. It's just a portion of trees up in there. It's the deformed road, Kalani Road, goes up so far. Yeah. And then that's where we've got our first lot of signage. It looks like it's a formed road beyond that, but it's not. It used to be the old track up to the dump.
Okay.
So there's that, and it just goes along to the boundary of Earnslaw. Okay. It's not a huge section when you look at the whole tree section as a whole.
Yeah.
Goes into the lockdown track.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, that's cool. And that was me.
Just a question on the just a question on the hockey turf. Does anybody know where they are at replacing that? Because remember the board put some money aside in the LTP for that, and I haven't heard if and when it's going to happen.
it is going to happen. I'm waiting for the ministry.
Yeah, I could probably update this. Hopefully, I was just in the process of selling a house to get process more funds and looking for that about summer to start, end of summer.
All right, so that's right. We'll just carry that money forward. That's fine.
Very good. Those reports we received. Second point.
Yep.
B, thank you. Final. Governance report. Any movement on the timing on that?
On the constitution.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a written update on the live strategy as well. Emma presented on. That's it.
Moving on, you know.
Just an agenda.
Everyone looked at that update on the library thing?
Sorry, what was that?
You want to look at that update on the library report? I'll recommend that report be received. You're gonna find it. So,
All right.
the next meeting, 6th of August. And public workshop on rates review. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you. Probably like me to say that because me and Tana stole most of my thunder today in terms of